Alright guys, welcome back to Robotrek. Last time we left off, we had started making our way to the river, but then came back to our house to learn how to make a sword. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'll... I'm using the wrong button. Yes. We can go to our invent menu and select the sword. It costs 200 gold to make. Let's go ahead and make one. And it's as simple as that. Unfortunately, yeah, let's go ahead and make... Do we want to make another one? Yeah, let's make another one. And I'll show you combining as well. So yes, we can combine 2 sword level 1s to make a sword 1 level 2. Get my buttons all mixed up. Oh god. And as you can see, if you look at the description here, it'll actually show you the attack power of the weapon. So right now it has an attack of 6, and at level 9 it'll have an attack power of plus 17. So let's go ahead and equip that, give ourselves 1 extra attack power. I know that's not much, but hey, it's something. It was more for demonstration purposes than anything, so... Anyways, one thing I forgot about last time is the crispy shop. We can go in here, and we can buy some items. So before we can buy anything, he tells us that he's got some junk in his back thing here, the back room. I almost said trunk, but I didn't want to, but then I did anyways. And he's also got some inventor's friends in here, but we can't read them because we're too low level. Anyways, let's go back and talk to him again. And we'll go ahead and buy a couple cures. Just to be on the safe side. Buy 3 of them. And I'll explain what these other ones are. So this is smoke. It's a one-time use, of course, and it lets you run away from a battle, any battle except for a boss battle, without any trouble. We know what cure and clean and repair do, and here's the big bomb that I was talking about the last time. So basically you use it and it deals damage to everything on the screen. But we're not going to buy any because screw it. So let's go back to where we were before. The river thingy. Die. Actually, let's get this. And see, that time we got a big bomb rather than having it just blow up in our face. Oh, gotta level up. Very nice. And because I forgot to last time, I'll go ahead and explain what each of these does. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory for the most part. Energy is health, power is attack power, guard is defense. Speed is your initiative, for those of you who have ever played like a Dungeons and Dragons style game. It basically determines who moves first in the battle. So if an enemy has higher speed than you do, they go before you do. And then charge is how quickly we recover our fuel. And so that gauge that shows up after we attack, that determines how quickly we get that back. We'll go ahead. We seem to be doing okay on power. Most things are dying in one hit. We are going to run up against some harder enemies, so I'll give myself a bit more guard, and I'll give myself some charge. Because the nice thing about charge is that the higher your charge amount is, the more opportunities to attack you have. So I usually put quite a few points into there. And for the sake of it, we'll go ahead and heal him as well. He didn't drop anything. That loser! And see, like in this instance, we've got 2 capsules, but we only have 10 seconds. And I'd rather get the few bonus experience points and just leave whatever was in those capsules. Let them remain a mystery. Oh wow! This can also happen every once in a while. Usually you get cure or heal or repair. Very rarely do you get this insane amount of gold. So we got very lucky here. We're also going to wait for this stupid rush bird to go away. It's actually the first time I've had it happen against one of these lower level guys, though. Yeah, you know what? Dang it. And the same thing that can happen to enemies can happen to us. If our back is turned to an enemy and they hit us, they can deal more damage, but because I have my guard pumped up a little bit, we aren't liable to take as much damage as we normally would be. Ooh, 0.5 make bonus. I'm okay with that. Looks like this rush bird is going to be a pain in the ass, I bet you. Oh, or not. The gels are going to be, though, because their animation, or their attack, takes a while. And then, as you saw, they can also stop us. So basically, we can't move, and we can't use any skills, which is very obnoxious. So unfortunately, because of that 0.5 make bonus, we actually lost, because the timer ran out. Get experience for the guys we killed. So that's unfortunate. Hey, we got some smoke. Too bad it's worthless. I think I'm just going to ignore those capsules, because these guys aren't going to give me enough time with their stupid attack animations to grab anything. The other thing that annoys me about them is that they're only worth 0.1 megs of data each. So not only are they hidden on the map, but they have a really long attack animation, and... whoops. And they also aren't worth very much experience. So that's my biggest annoyance with them. But fortunately, after a while, we don't see them anymore. Oh, dang it. Try shooting. go up here. We'll get into another fight. And we can now go to the next area, but before we do that, we'll go ahead and go back to Rococo. And do some more reading. And we now know how to make shot one. Shot one is the gun that we have, and it's honestly not worth upgrading, so we'll just ignore it for now. And go to the cave. This is supposedly where the kids are at. We're stopped. Curse you! Nice. More money is always good. What does this say? It's dangerous. Open up your head, feel the shell shock. And here we see Dr. Einst. Yes, because the mayor has such a good reputation. Hey, look, he actually did it. Or not. And he's in denial. And he's butthurt. And of course he chooses us, of all people, to shove out of the way. Okay, have fun. I'm going to look in these boxes. And even though it says there's a lot of bombs in there, we can't actually take any of them, which is unfortunate. Should totally be able to. And rather than going back to town with the rest of them, we're actually going to go up here, because there's this giant pit. And what does this sign say? Cracks in the ground, no entry. Yeah, if we had come up here before we went into the cave, there would actually just be cracked floor, but because we came here after, we actually just see a pit. So we fall down here. And I imagine that would hurt just a little bit. Let's go ahead and heal again. Just to be on the safe side. And there's more of these gel dudes. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. And we're going to lose that bonus, I betcha. Yep. One thing that I always thought was odd is that the shot actually does... I mean, it makes sense, but the shot actually does more damage at close range, which kind of defeats the purpose of having it to begin with. Because if you're going to get close to enemies, why not just use your sword or something? Okay, so let's try... Where's the other one? There he is. Let's just run around him, because he's a jerk. And here, we find a rusty drill. And it gives us some fanfare there, but unfortunately, because it's rusted, we can't really do anything with it. Keep pushing pause to get into the menu. So what we have to do is we have to go back to a lab and combine the rusty drill with a clean. So let's go ahead and just go up here. If we go down here, I'll show you real quick. This is actually where the cave-in was, so we can't leave by going that way. If we follow the stream, it'll take us out to the entrance. But we don't want to do that quite yet. We actually want to... Whoops. Forgot about this guy. Come up here. Gosh, these guys have such a long animation. Ooh, critical hit. Yeah, whenever the numbers flash like that, that means you got a critical hit. What's bonus 0.3, total 0.6. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and just fight stuff until we level up. Oops. Yeah, let's heal. And these spiders, yes, those are spiders, they do give pretty good experience, but they're also pretty strong. Oh. Let's take that back. I remember them doing far more damage than that. Oh. Man, I must have been thinking of a different enemy. I thought those guys gave you a lot more than that. Aw, pooey. There we go, finally. Stupid spider. Let's see, we have 0.7 left. So let's go ahead and... oh, crap it. Yay, he dropped something. Ooh, money. Can always use more money. Okay, so let's go ahead and ignore that blue guy. Or the slime, or the gel, or whatever it's called. Oh, goodness. We're potentially in for a world of trouble. I'll go ahead, though, and show off, actually, the big bomb. Yeah, what do you know? That actually worked pretty well. So we are now level 4. So let's go ahead and combine the rusty drill and the clean to get a good old regular drill. Doesn't even say drill was successful, it just says drill! And we'll go ahead and put some points in. Let's do a bit more power, a bit more charge. Don't really need to worry about speed so much right now. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is get into another battle. Dang it! Yeah, let's see what's in here. Ah. Ooh, nice. Go ahead and... whoops. Wait, what does it say? Shapes like a mole, used to dig through walls or fallen rock. Yeah, pushing the wrong buttons. And it's as simple as that. We run up to a wall, go and then we get to walk through it. Let's go down here. Whoops. Oh, I have to do it from the other side. Okay. Let's go ahead and leave. Hop back up here. Unfortunately, fight another slime. Gel. I keep calling them slimes. They're not slimes. Ooh. That works. Ha ha ha! Screw you, Dr. Einst. Ow, nose itches. Let's see. Before we go too much farther, let's go ahead and not use the transceiver. Can I use it in this next room? Haha. Go ahead and save real quick. Oh, phooey. And we're stuck all the way at the opposite end of the room. Rather annoying. There we go. It's just... how much experience do we need? 6.3, yeah. Let's just ignore these guys. Get some actual progress going here. Although I did forget about something else, didn't I? I think when we fell down the pits, there was a door that we could have drilled through. I'll have to go back and look. Still not close enough. Are you serious? Oh well. At least he's dead. Let's see here. Go ahead and heal you. Go back and check now. Yeah, let's go back and check. Oh my gosh. Stupid slimes. I hate you. And I'm just gonna run away from you because I hate you so much. Gels. I keep calling them slimes. And yes, that's basically all that happens when you run from one of them is they spin in place for a few seconds while blinking. Gotta ignore that one. And hopefully my thinking was correct. We'll find out here. Oh, there probably wasn't now that I think about it. Oh. Probably very wrong in thinking. We'll see here, though. No! Can you bastards come through doors? You can't. Okay. Good. Dang it! Well, it's only one of you, I guess I'll just Try a bomb. Yay, it worked. Ooh. I do like money. Let's go over here. Yeah, oh well. Oh, wait, no. Because there's this door up here. Go away. No. What? I didn't know I re-equipped the transceiver. Ah! Oh, that's right, and here we find the kids. Screw you! No, it's not. Dang it. Damn straight. Freedom! They don't even thank me or anything, they just shove me out of the way. And real quick, what we're going to do is this. Because we can now enter from the back of the cave instead of from the front. Actually, since we leveled up, let's go ahead and read a new inventor's friend as well. Oh, okay. American weight. So we need to read. Read. Oh, not there. There. Bomb number 1. Alright, let's go to the mayor's place. Why, thank you. Even though you thought I was strange to begin with, you jerk. Oh, let's talk to the secretary. This is a token of gratitude from the town. Hell yeah. Get some more money. Hey, shut up, you. You're rude. You're rude. Name? Can we talk for a minute? I don't know, can we? Uh-oh. Now, if you remember, the other kids were saying... Huh? Anyways, as the other kids were saying, Carl was looking for the hacker headquarters, and he is now missing. We saw him in the cave, but he's missing again. So... wonder where he is. Aw, poor Kurogane. Yes, our dad has gone on a search for adventure. And unfortunately, we're out of time for this episode, so I'm going to call it good here. Next time, we'll continue exploring the cave, and hopefully we'll be able to find Carl. See you next time.